Hey guys, Coupon to Provide here, and today I'm coming at you with a Mother's Day Dollar Tree desktop DIY. So if your mother's anything like mine and has everything she could possibly want because she gets it for herself, then you're definitely going to have to take it old school and make something special for her. So I'm going to show you guys how to create these adorable, decorative, and functional desktop DIY frames. We're going to start by taking one of the plastic L-shaped frames from the Dollar Tree and removing the paper from the inside of the frame. Then you're going to layer that on top of a decorative cardstock of your choosing. Definitely coordinate themes to different rooms that they have around their office or their house or anything like that, so that they could have a place to put these things and it actually works well. My mom is all about the bling, so I decided to go with gold foiling for this theme. All we're doing is using the paper from the inside of the frame as a cut guide. We're layering it on top of our cardstock and we're just going to cut it out. Now you could easily do this tracing and cutting with scissors, but for me, to stay out of the camera angle, it's best to use a ruler and a blade. Once it's cut, you can simply put it into the frame to make sure that it fits and it looks good. Once you know that you have the right size cut, you're going to go ahead and embellish. Now for this project, I actually got this wall decor sticker from Dollar Tree as well. It is super adorable and I really love what it says. So all I'm gonna do is take the paper out and layer on that sticker. There is no right or wrong. You could space it out, you could layer it, you could put it diagonal, you can do whatever you want with it. Just put it how you like it. Also, as a substitution for the cardstock, definitely keep in mind the gift wrap that Dollar Tree carries because they have a ton of adorable varieties. So if you don't have any cardstock, check that gift wrap section out. Also, if you want to go that extra mile, go ahead and get a family portrait of you and your family printed up in an 8x10 size and pop that in there instead. Now to embellish. Now for this part of the project, I would definitely suggest that you go for a stronger adhesive, or you could use the Dollar Tree adhesive hooks. Now the reason I say go for a stronger adhesive is because you're actually going to be taking some tacks and you're going to remove the pin from the back of the tack using a needle nose plier or something to pinch it or cut it off. I'm using these large tacks, but you could easily pick up something from the Dollar Tree because they have a ton of variety of different size tacks. So then once you get all of the backs taking off the tacks, you're going to use some strong adhesive that can adhere to hard plastic, and you're going to glue the backs of the tacks to the picture frame. Now a little bit about E6000 is a very strong bonding adhesive. It is not fast drying, it's more of a gel, and you will need to let it set for a few hours. But whenever you let it set and it completely dries and adheres, you will not have any problems with these products falling off. Now sorry for the glare here guys, but this is what we're working with. All you're gonna do is take your ruler and kind of set it in a place where you know you want your tacks to go. It's just going to give you a nice guide so that you don't have to work too hard on centering those tacks. Once you found the roundabout area, then you're going to go ahead and start placing them onto the board. Now since the glue is gel-like, it's going to wiggle and wobble. So what we're going to do is we are going to get them in place, and we're simply going to take some Scotch tape and tape them down in place so that they have time to dry without moving around. Now you won't have this problem if your tacks are completely flat after taking out the pin. My tacks were super heavy duty, so it was a little hard to get every bit of that pin out, but it's okay because the E6000 is going to hold it in place no matter what. Now that the tacks are on the board, you can definitely see what we're going for, and I think this would make a great desktop hook display so that they can hang their keys, earphones, large paper clips, or anything on their desk that they need to get up off the desktop, and it would have a very nice, decorative, pretty place to sit. As we set that aside, let's get started with the second one. So all I'm going to do is take a very long foam sheet, and it is in a marble print, and we're going to do pretty much the same thing that we did with the first one by using our inner sheet as a cut guide to cut the foam pieces out. Now I'm going to be using this as a tack board, and those thumbtacks can be fairly long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 pieces out of this one foam sheet, and I'm going to layer them. Now Dollar Tree does not sell foam sheets in this pattern, but they do have really cute decorative foam sheet patterns that I do believe are an 8x11 size. I think it's your standard paper size. Go ahead and cut out your 2 pieces of foam and layer those nice and thick. I would definitely suggest that you use about 3 sheets for the layering because again, the thumbtacks can be fairly thick. If not, it'll work just the same because I only use 2 and it still works just fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some type of adhesive. You can use double-sided tape or glue or whatever you want to use, whatever's going to keep the sheets together, and you're going to line the center of the sheet. Once that's done, you can go ahead and take your other piece of foam and layer it on top of the adhesive. And now you have a thicker foam sheet. Again, if you have the 3 pieces of foam, you can go ahead and layer on the next one. Taking that same adhesive, we're going to go ahead and line the back of the foam so that we can stick this foam sheet onto the top of our frame. It has to be on the outside because we're using it as a tack board, so of course you would need the soft side out, not inside the frame. Once you have it placed where you want it on your frame, go ahead and give it a nice firm push on the other side to make sure that that foam or the adhesive is nicely on there. So after that, you can go ahead and embellish with whatever you want to embellish with. Maybe your Mother's Day card, maybe a note, anything to make this gift a little extra special. Now let's move on to number 3. So number 3 is probably the easiest. All we're going to do is the exact same thing as number 1 and 2. We're going to trace out that paper for our cut guide, and we're going to use that on the inside of the frame. Now at this point, I do want to mention to definitely keep in mind the shelf liner section for the inside of the frame. Dollar Tree has a ton of adorable shelf liners for $1, and you could do all the projects with that same liner and still have product left over for other projects. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that scratch paper from the first project and use it on this project. I'm going to use it as a little decorative embellishment, and I feel like it's actually going to tie the pieces together because it's coordinating the same cardstock from the first one to this one. All I'm going to do is tape it down in place, and I'm going to trim off the excess that is hanging off the edges. Now that that's done and we know it fits in our frame, we're going to go ahead and add a magnetic clip from the Dollar Tree. Now these clips actually come in a 4-pack from Dollar Tree, and they are meant for the refrigerator, but they are perfect to make a standing clipboard. We're going to take our E6000 and add it to the back, and I want to add a very generous amount because when I push this magnet down onto the frame, I kind of want the glue to bubble up over the side evenly so that it looks like I have a silicone-like border, and it gives it a nice clean touch and almost makes it look like it is store-bought. Once we have it in place, you can go ahead and take some Scotch tape just like we did on the first one and tape it in its place. You're going to let them sit out overnight so that they can get nice and dry, and this is what you're going to end up with. I have to say, guys, I absolutely love the way they all came out. I know my mom is going to love them because she doesn't have anything like this in her house, and she could definitely use it. I think it coordinates very well with her blingy style. It's so adorable, and it's definitely something that I want to share with her. So that is pretty much it for this Mother's Day dollar store DIY. I do hope that you guys enjoyed. Happy Mother's Day to all of my mothers out there, my single fathers. Happy Mother's Day to you guys as well. And to all of you who have lost your mothers, I pray and I send all the positive vibes to you guys. And we are with you on Mother's Day. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Google Plus at Coupon to Provide. And don't forget, guys, keep couponing. Bye.